Now we will see contents of partnership deed. Before that, we will see what is meant by partnership deed. Though a partnership agreement need not necessarily be in writing, it is important to have a written agreement in order to avoid misunderstandings. It is desirable to have a written agreement. A carefully drafted partnership deed helps in ironing out differences which may develop among partners and in ensuring smooth running of the partnership business. It should be properly stamped and registered. Now we will see the contents of partnership deed. First is name of the firm. Next one, nature of the proposed business. Next one, duration of partnership. Duration of the partnership business, whether it is to be run for a fixed period of time or whether it is to be dissolved after completing a particular venture. Capital contribution. The capital is to be contributed by the partners. It must be remembered that capital contribution is not necessary to become a partner for one who contributes his organizing power, business acumen, managerial skill, etc. instead of capital. Next one is withdrawal from the firm. The amount that can be withdrawn from the firm by each partner. Next one is profit or loss sharing. The ratio in which the profits or losses are to be shared. If the profit sharing ratio is not specified in the deed, all the partners must share the profits and bear the losses equally. The next content is interest on capital. Whether any interest is to be allowed on capital, and if so, the rate of interest. If the deed is silent on interest on capital, the rules for interest on capital in Partnership Act will take effect. Next one is rate of interest on drawings. Whether any interest is to be allowed on drawing, the rate of interest is to be specified. Next one is loan from partners. Whether loans can be accepted from the partners, and if so, the rate of interest payable thereon. Next one is account keeping. Maintenance of accounts and audit. Next one is salary and commission to partners. Amount of salary or commission payable to partners for their services, unless this is specifically provided, no partner is entitled to any salary. Next one is retirement. Matters relating to retirement of a partner, the arrangement to be made for paying out the amount due to a retired or deceased partner must also be stated. Next one is goodwill valuation. Method of valuing goodwill on the admission, death or retirement of a partner. Next one is distribution of responsibility. The work that is entrusted to each partner is better stated in the deed itself. Next one is dissolution procedure. Procedure for dissolution of the firm and the mode of settlement of accounts thereafter. The last one is arbitration of dispute. Arbitration in case of disputes among partners, the deed should provide the method for settling disputes or difference of opinion. This clause will avoid costly litigations. Now we will see the rights of a partner. First one, right to take partner in business. Every partner has a right to take part in the management of the business. Second one, right to be consulted. Every partner has the right to be consulted in all the matters concerning the firm. The decision of the majority will prevail in all the routine matters. But where the matter is of fundamental importance, such as admission of a new partner, change in the nature of business, etc., decision must be unanimous. Next one is right of access to books, record and document. Every partner has the right of access to all records and books of accounts and to examine and copy them. Next one is right to share profit. Every partner is entitled to share the profits in the agreed ratio. If no profit sharing ratio is specified in the deed, they must be shared equally. Next one is right to receive interest. A partner has the right to receive interest on loans advanced by him to the firm at the agreed rate and where no rate is stipulated, interest at the rate of 6% per annum allowed. Next one is right to be indemnified. Every partner has the right to be indemnified by the firm for all acts of other partners in the ordinary course of the business. He has a further right to receive back any amount spent by him on behalf of the firm. Only thing is, he must have acted prudently. Next one is right to use partnership property for the business. Every partner has the right to use partnership property for the purpose of the partnership. Next one is right to retire. Every partner has a right to retire as per the terms of the deed or with the consent of the other partners. In case of partnership at will, he can retire at any time by giving prior notice to the other partners. The last one is right to continue. Every partner has the right to continue in the firm. He cannot be expelled except in accordance with the partnership deed. So these are all the rights of the partners.